Hello everyone. Now it's been a while, but in this video, I'm going to teach you and show you how I draw zones, what I think is a good zone and what I think is a bad zone. So here on the left, we have what I use as a good zone, and on the right, a pretty terrible zone. Now, firstly, before I tell you why I think this is good and why this one is bad, this morning, I've already released a video in my Telegram for free. The link's in the description, where I essentially scanned all the charts, and you can see me drawing the zones and how I draw them, and how quickly it actually takes me now to draw a zone. Like I scanned all the charts in about 7 minutes, and I've got my ideas for the next couple of days already. And now it's just a case of waiting for alerts to go off and seeing how charts play out. So essentially, this zone on the left is a good zone because each time prices got to this area, it has clearly spiked and reacted. It's so obvious, right? 3 times price has got here and it's flown off. I've drawn this myself just to make it so simple for you to see. Now, all this means is that if price were to come up here again, there's a pretty good chance it will happen again, right? A lot of people, that if they're in trades, will have set their take profits and stop losses here. Like they'll be exiting here if price gets here because it's not recently happened that price has broken this area. It still can happen, but going off what has happened recently, it's unlikely. Therefore, if price did come up here, it would be a pretty good idea to basically go short. You might want to wait for a few more things to line up. Like you might want to wait for some rejection. You might want to see it make a slightly lower low up here in a lower time frame, whatever it may be. But essentially, price comes here, there's a pretty good chance it's going to bounce. Now here, this zone on the right, this terrible zone, no way you're ever going to win or be profitable. You should just give up. And this is because, yes, like when price has hit this zone, you can see here it has reacted, but it's just not obvious. Is the zone here in the middle? Is it this bit more on the extreme end, which actually probably looks better to me already? Or could it be this side on the top? You just don't know. And the fact that some of the time it's respected the zone and some of the time it has not just simply means that you should go and look somewhere else for a more clearer zone. Now, you might have taken trades like this in the past and they may have worked. Every now and again they worked and you're going to get in at the right time. But it's just not clear and obvious that there'll be a better setup elsewhere for you to go and find. So now I've defined what I think is a good zone and a bad zone. I'm going to show you what my strategy actually is and some setups that I would like to take. So firstly, we've decided that if we ever see any zones like this and price like this, we just ignore it. So that's essentially step one is only focus on the clean setups, right? Which we've done here by deleting the bad setups. Step two is this: only look for the most obvious areas where prices reacted. If it's not obvious and you're debating it, then don't take it. Look somewhere else. Wait. I've found that recently I take anywhere from 1 to 3 trades a week, and that's me being in my most profitable spell. In fact, the less I trade, the more money that I seem to make. There's videos I've done recently where I go into percentage gains and trades that I've taken and how much I've made, and that's all there for free in previous videos. So feel free to go and check that out. But this is it. We find super clear zones. We wait for price to get there. Then when price gets there, if we see some sort of rejection, I'll enter a short. If we don't see any rejection and price decides to break it, well, I actually allow it to have one break. And then this is what we call the break and retest. So from here, if price breaks it and comes back to the zone and then shows some rejection again in the other direction, I'll look to go long. And the reason being that this has been such a clear zone and strong zone in the past, you're banking on it not breaking the zone 2 times in a row. That's what you're banking on. And you're banking for a bit of a bounce. But of course, about 50% of the time, that doesn't even happen, in which case price just breaks. And then at this time, if price has broken the zone 2 times, well, then now we're back to where we were earlier, where it's not a clear zone. And we just delete it. So I'm going to show you now some of the setups I'm looking for this week. And it doesn't really matter when you're watching this video because these are just simple ideas of what I'm looking for and how these similar ideas seem to play up and come up every single week, right? So here's one idea. This idea I actually had last week. This is a bit of a messy zone. Not really looking for this zone anymore. But the idea was that you could go possibly long at that zone. If it broke, you could go long here at this zone. And if it broke again, you could go long at this zone here at the bottom. So you've got three chances to go long. But now the way it's sort of looking is that I'm looking more for longs, but I'm looking more for longs, either a break and a retest, or for it to drop here and get in at this one of these lower zones. The next pair is USD CAD. Same sort of thing here. Price has spiked off a few times in the past. It's broken it once, but it's been respected all the other times. So I'm essentially looking to go short. I'm looking for some solid rejection, which you're not seeing on this current hourly candle, but I'm looking for some rejection with a chance to go short. EURUSD, same sort of thing. Price is in a strong uptrend. It's reacted here, it's broken it, but since it's broken it, it's respected it every time. So again, we're looking to go long here once we see some strong rejection. EuroCAD, similar sort of thing. It's spiked here, it's broken it once. Since it broke, it's respected. However, it is sort of making lower lows and lower highs. So this is probably one of the less stronger setups right now. But again, it's something I'm still watching. And again, like all the others, I'm waiting for some strong rejection, maybe a change in structure, and then I'll look to go long. GJ, now this is a sort of a different one. This is more of a trend line. but the idea is the same. Each time price has got here, it's rejected quite strongly, whether it be a zone or a trend line. It's sort of the same thing, right? Each time price has touched this trend line, it's really spiked off and rejected. So if it does it again, then I'm like, let's look to go long. That's simply it. GM, now price has got to this zone here. The reason I didn't want to go short is because it's making higher highs and higher lows, and it's been in an uptrend for quite a long time now. So I actually drew this morning when price looks more something like that, around 8, 9 a.m. this morning. So when price had not broken the zone yet, and this is what I was anticipating. So it has broken the zone like I anticipated it to. Now I'm looking to see if it can come back and then start to look more bullish, and then we'll look to go long. AJ, now here I'm not completely sure. There's two zones where price has, respected every single time, either looking for a bounce. However, the fact that it keeps trying to push up higher and higher makes me think that there's a good chance it will break when it tests the zone so many times in such a short space of time. And the last one, New Zealand dollar CAD. Price has respected this zone many times. It's broken it once, it's come back, and it's respected a little bit, but it looks like it's breaking. And the reason now here that I am including this zone and using it is because it's starting this downtrend, right, from the start of the week. It wants to go back down. Now, I'm using this zone as a way to control risk and where to place a stop loss. So if price can break a bit more clearer and come back up, I would like to go short. And the reason behind going short is more because of the trend. And I'm using the zone as a way to essentially just where to place my stop loss, right? Above some recent highs, above a zone which has been respected in the past. So I hope you found this quick video useful. This is going to be the first of quite a few training videos, and I'm going to release these training videos for free, hopefully in the next couple of weeks. So if you want to hear about that and know when that happens, just be sure to sign up to my Telegram. The link is in the description, completely for free. I share my trade ideas each day and my analysis and things I'm doing, updates on my funded challenge and how that's going. So feel free to subscribe. See you around. Cheers.